Welcome to Angelo's Tennis. And Coco Gauff has appeared in many advertisements that I want to talk about. I haven't researched this exhaustively. This is just me noticing on my daily life Coco Gauff and her advertisements. So I have seen her in obviously New Balance commercials. I have seen her in commercials for pasta. Yes, pasta. I saw one recently for Barilla pasta. I have seen her walking through the mall in on posters at Aerie, and there's probably many more that I haven't even noticed. Like I said, I'm not. This isn't like exhaustive research about Coco Gauff and her advertisements. But what I want to talk about, and I'm going to do this in another. I'm going to do another video on this. Is the ego of these people. And people are saying, I've seen some in the comments, oh, he's so jealous, he's this and that, he's jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm making a mockery of this for good reason, because I'm thinking, I'm kind of thinking what I would do if I was in Coco Gauff's position. So if I'm Coco Gauff and I'm making millions of dollars playing tennis, even if I'm just playing tennis, traveling the world, because this is often, I wouldn't say it's a dream of mine. If I was to do it at all, if I was to say it was a dream of mine, it'd be more of a dream of having a Coco Gauff as a child, as a daughter, and I would be coaching her. And even then, I could tell you I wouldn't be traveling the world with her every tournament, just like her parents and some of the parents of these children. I'd probably rather stay at my house and watch it on TV, because I've seen enough tennis. I've seen enough of her or him play tennis. I don't need to see any more of it. Let her go live her life. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I try to think, what would I do if I was in Coco Gauff's position? I don't know what. I'm just making up a number, because even if she's not there, she's gonna hit it plus more. $20 million in prize money. I don't need to make money really. I'm under my parents' roof essentially still. The things I could do with that money, and as I said, chances are she's gonna go on to win many more. She's 19? She's gonna do a lot more. She's gonna win a lot more championships. She's gonna make a lot more money. And then there's multiple ways she could make money, even if she wasn't playing tennis. So I think, what would I do if I was in her position? I personally, I wouldn't be wasting my time making pasta advertisements. And you see the makeup, the excessive makeup that she wears, that you don't see her wearing any of this makeup while she's playing. So you can see it's so obvious, the persona that they're trying to create, and what they're really doing, which I'm going to get into in future videos with these people, with these, you could call them children. And what would I do? Well, I certainly wouldn't be making advertisements, especially at that point. Maybe if I needed money, if I needed money early on, I wasn't making a lot of money. But once I've made it, I'd be living in my peace. I'd be playing tennis, traveling the world, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the culture, enjoying the tennis. I mean, I wouldn't even. And I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you. This is my opinion. My opinion is that a lot of these players, like Coco Gauff, are so far ahead of their peers. If you think they need to keep pushing, they need to push harder, and they need to this and that, and blah 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 blah. They are so physically ahead of their peers. Coco Gauff could probably cruise. She could cruise for the next 10 years and still stay in the top 50. Still stay in the top 50, still make money, still travel the world, and have plenty of money left over in her bank account, minus the advertisements. And you probably don't think that's true, but I'm here and I'm telling you from my opinion, That is true. Okay, they're physically superior. That's how tennis works. Oftentimes with tennis, that's how it works. The 5-0 player, it's not that he was trained better. It's than the 4-5 or the 4-0. Chances are he was born that way. He was born more talented than all the players that he's demolishing. Now, of course, the players in their field. If you take Coco Gauff and you put her in the top 20, maybe she's not that much better than everyone in the top 20. But I tell you right now, in the top 100, that girl, Coco Gauff, for example, will never, ever drop, no matter what she does, unless she's injured. She'll never drop below the top 100 because of her skills. Not her coach, not what she's been coached to do, but because of her physical and coordinative speed, skills, superiority. That's not really what I'm talking about in this video. My question that I ask myself is if it isn't ego, where does it come from? Are they forced? Are they forced to do this? Because I know if I was in that position, I would tell you to go. I would tell you where to go because I'm not forced. I'm not, especially in that position. I'm not being forced to do anything. I've made it. I'm the star. I'm the one. I'm the one that's making all the money. I'm the one that's making you all the money. I'm the chosen one, etc. So I'm not being forced to do anything. And I'm just not sure really how it works, but I would, and I'm going to get into this in a future video, that I do think it is ego, and that in order to be in this position, you have, see, a lot of people would see them as being humble, and I don't see that at all. It makes me think of like Nick Kyrgios and all the struggles, or not just Nick Kyrgios, but a lot of the lower ranked players, and if you hear some of them talk, see like, more of a real human rather than these superhuman stars. Getting on a plane. If you live in Australia and you have to get on a plane every year and fly across the country, maybe in the United States it's not as bad, or Europe, but if you live in Australia, you think like, man, who does that? Who would want to do that? And you hear him talk about his struggles with that, and that's like more a normal person, because I certainly wouldn't want. I mean, the motivation to get on a plane for 20 hours, it's like, oh God. I mean, I would do it once, maybe twice, but then to do it 15 years in a row, it's like, after I've already made so much money, I mean, I don't know where the motivation comes from, unless it's more attention on me, more attention on what I can do. And I don't even know if these people do it consciously. This isn't a character assault on Coco Gauff. I like Coco Gauff. I like tennis. I like all tennis players. One of the reasons why I like tennis so much is because of that individuality that they all have, and you can really see their personalities come out because it is an individual sport, and it's kind of intimate. You can really learn about them personally as a person, etc. So this isn't an assault on Coco Gauff, but I'm sure many people will see it that way. We saw this, and if you think about, I'm going to get into this as I said, in the other future video. Maybe I'll link it down in the description when it comes out. But the older players don't seem to have this as much as the newer players. Like, you think of Serena and Venus Williams coming up. Certainly, as their career went on, it just seems to be something that's trending more now, more so than in the past. And I do think it's trending. I do think it's going to continue. And as I said, I don't even know that it's anything that these people have control over. Like I said, it's trending. Like, collectively, it's trending. This attention. Think of YouTube. And the ability to make yourself a journalist, to make yourself a star, to make yourself an actor through YouTube. So I do think this is kind of like going somewhere. But I'll leave you there with that thought. Angelo's Tennis, checking out.